Well, I'm Joe Stewart, the Vice President for Governmental Affairs, the Independent Insurance Agents in North Carolina. And joining us now is Insurance Commissioner Mike Causey, who is also a candidate for Insurance Commissioner in the 2024 election. Commissioner, how are you today?
Thank you, Joe. I'm great. How are you?
Doing great. And I appreciate you taking time to speak to the independent agents across North Carolina. We're asking the candidates on the ballot next year 3 simple questions. We'll start out with, from your perspective. Now, it's a little different for you because you're the incumbent commissioner, but what are the things in your background and experience that you feel qualify you to be insurance commissioner?
Well, thank you, Joe. I appreciate the question. And first of all, I want to thank all the independent insurance agents in North Carolina for what they do every day to help the people in this state. They serve a great purpose in providing the products that people need to keep their families safe. And I will say, I'm not an attorney. And when I ran in 2016, I ran as a small business owner and somebody with a background in the insurance market. So I have over 25 years in the insurance business as a licensed agent, agency manager, and superintendent of agencies. Prior to my entering the insurance business, I was in the engineering world. I had a degree in civil engineering technology. I worked as a field engineer on major construction projects, so I know how to read a blueprint. That's really come in handy in what we do at the Department of Insurance when it comes to supervising building inspections and engineering codes and all of those things under our umbrella. So as a small business owner, owning many different businesses, I have a perspective from the private sector. Most of my career was in the private sector. I was born and raised on a dirt road produce farm in Guilford County, where I still live today. I still farm every chance I get. When I'm not running around the state or working for the department, I'm on the tractor doing some farm work. So that's my pastime and my hobby. I will say that I have been an active member of the National Association of Insurance Commissioners, the NAIC, since I got sworn in January 2017. And I have served on numerous committees, task forces, working groups within NAIC. And this is working with my fellow regulators across the country and around the world. I'm particularly proud that we have a key role in serving on the F Committee, which is the Financial Solvency Oversight Committee of troubled insurance companies. Our department in North Carolina has received the highest rating that a department can receive through the regulators that oversee the departments of insurance. And the ones that came to see us a few years ago said, the man said he had been involved with 95 to 100 inspections of state insurance departments, and we would certainly rank within the top 2 or 3, if not the top in the country. So I'm proud of our folks at the department and all we've accomplished, and it's been an honor and privilege for me to serve as your insurance commissioner. And I look forward to the opportunity to get reelected. And I certainly appreciate everybody's support and need your vote in the primary on March 5th or in early voting.
Thank you, Commissioner. Well, yeah, as you well know, the Department of Insurance and the Commissioner have responsibility for many things beyond just insurance and insurance agents. But sort of curious, from your perspective, what do you think of the current state of the insurance marketplace in North Carolina? What are the observations you would make, the things that give you some concern?
Well, we certainly have a stable and healthy insurance market in North Carolina, probably one of the best markets in the country. Having said that, it has been a tough market, a hard market for some of the homeowners and property casualty. So we're working to address those. And I will say that when it comes to automobile insurance, we're one of the best in the nation. Forbes Financial Advisors just released an article for 2024, that puts North Carolina in the top 5 lowest average automobile insurance rates in the United States. They said the average automobile insurance premiums across the United States is $2,118 a year. The highest 2 states are New York and Florida. They're knocking on the door of $5,000 a year for their premium. The lowest is Idaho at $1,021 a year average, and we're a few notches above that. Our average is just slightly above $1,300. And if you compare that to all the surrounding states, our neighboring states, we're lower than any of our neighboring states, especially South Carolina. We're $1,000 and some under what South Carolina's average is. So, I'm proud of that. Homeowners is a little tougher. We do have the lowest average homeowners insurance rates in the Southeast. We're right in the middle nationally, but there we're working hard to recruit more companies to North Carolina, because I believe in competition and giving the consumers more choices. And I want to put in a plug for what the insurance industry has done for the flood insurance market. After Hurricane Florence hit in 2018, as you know, the Department of Insurance worked closely with the Big I and the North Carolina Rate Bureau. And for 2 years, we studied with the consultants and developed the policy forms and got policy forms approved. And we now have many times more companies writing private flood policies. And since we launched our initiative going across the state with these flood insurance classes, where not only insurance agents can get credit, but surveyors, engineers, architects, real estate agents, all sorts of groups can get continuing education credits for taking that flood insurance class. We've increased the flood insurance coverage in North Carolina by almost 25%. So we've gone from a $3 billion market to a $4 billion market. And we still have a ways to go, but this is moving in the right direction. So I'm just real proud of the role that you all have played as independent insurance agents in making the customers and the people in North Carolina aware of the need to have that flood insurance coverage, as well as the other types of riders like earthquake riders.
Well, Commissioner, as you think about the reelection campaign this year, should you be successful in March and again in November and sworn back into office in January of 2025, what would you say are the top 3 or 5 priority items, things that you would definitively want to get accomplished in your next term as insurance commissioner should you be reelected?
Well, number one, I want to continue with the consumer initiatives that we've been working on to make sure that consumer protection is the number one thing we're all about at the Department of Insurance. We have a great track record in helping people. The second point would be to continue aggressively going after insurance fraud. And I want to thank all the insurance companies for what they've done to help us. Most of our referrals for these insurance fraud cases that we work are referrals that come from insurance agents or insurance companies. And we have a top-notch team of special agents that devote their time every day to rooting out the insurance fraud, the corruption that's out there. And one initiative that we've worked closely with insurance agents has been going after these storm chasers, these people that come into North Carolina after every storm or hurricanes and take advantage of people. And they're really, as you know, just trying to take their money and run. They're not anything about quality or doing the right kind of job. So we've worked with the legislature on legislation to put tougher laws to go after these storm chasers. And that's another thing that we'll be working on. and also continuing to bring about a level playing field when it comes to regulation to make sure we have fair and even-handed regulation, and just to be helpful to agents when they have issues and need help, and the consumers in North Carolina when they have an issue that needs help. We're here to help.
Well, Insurance Commissioner Mike Causey, I'll give you the final minute here. Look into the camera. Tell the 10,000 members of the IIANC why they should consider supporting you for Insurance Commissioner in 2024.
Well, I've done a great job, I believe, over the past 7 years as your state fire marshal and state insurance commissioner. We work to keep people safe. We're all about fire safety, building safety, and maintaining a healthy and stable insurance market in this country. I think North Carolina is one of the best in the nation when it comes to a Department of Insurance. I have the experience and the background, and I have the stability that we need serving with the governor and lieutenant governor on the Council of State. And I think we need to continue that stability. We're going to have a number of new Council of State members already. I don't think we need to add to that. So I ask for your support and your vote in the upcoming primary and the general election in November. Thank you. And thank you, Joe, for hosting us.
Insurance Commissioner Mike Causey, thank you for joining us and bringing us this message as we start the 2024 election season.